Average Woodsman here, back with another video. So today I wanted to go over how to find, process, and ignite natural tinder. So right here you have a perfect example of a good tinder resource. In general, Eastern Red Cedar is a good resource. You can use it for all different types of things, but the bark is really good. It can be processed down into a tinder bundle. You can also use dried cedar for, I like to use it for the hearth board and for the spindle for bow drill sets. So it's very versatile. It's a really good tree for fire, and this is a really good one. You can take this bark, it's very stringy bark. If I can get a good piece here, it comes off, and you can use it and process it down and kind of use it as a tinder bundle. See if I can show you guys really quick how this comes off. You'll take the, I like to use the spine of my knife and then just process this down. Using the spine of my knife. This is why having a 90-degree spine on your knife is important for things like firecraft. Just in that short period of time, I have all that fluff, which I can put this in a larger tinder bundle, maybe of something like palmetto, like palm fibers or dried grass. This can be inside in the middle of it, which I'll demonstrate in a second, and this will take a spark far better than, you know, just a large piece that has not been processed down. So this is why it's important to understand your resources. Right here I have a palm tree, which I can use the palm fibers to make a tinder bundle, which I'll show in a second. You have American Beautyberry right here and right here. These ones don't look 100% ripe, but usually around this time of year they start to ripen, around late August, early September. You have, I'll show you right here, this is common persimmon. So you have common persimmon right here, which when they're ripe, the fruit can actually be eaten. There's more right here, and there's more right here. So you have a lot of different resources in a very small area. Plus over here, by where Misty's sitting, you have another Eastern Red Cedar. So there's a lot just in this little area that can be used. And that's why it's important to understand your local resources. I'm a huge fan of palm. You'll get these fibers. Here, I'll show you guys these fibers that come off the palm, and they're excellent for tinder. These really fine fibers, and I know this is kind of my area specific because a lot of the country does not have palm, but you use what you have in your area. And we have a lot of palm here in Florida. So you grab a bunch of this palm fiber along with some of that cedar from earlier, and now I have a decent amount. I can even throw some dry grass in here, and now I have the beginning of a good natural tinder bundle that's dry and has a lot of surface area. So now that I have my small tinder bundle, you don't need a really big tinder bundle, especially for this demonstration. I don't really need a big one, but if you want to make a more, a larger tinder bundle, that's fine. But right here, now I have, break this off. So now I have my fibers from my palm. I have just a little tiny bit of the fibers from the Eastern Red Cedar. So now what you'll want to do is create a bird's nest. Now this is more useful when you're trying to blow an ember to flame, like you're doing something like a bow drill or a hand drill, something along those lines, or maybe you're doing flint and steel. But for a ferro rod, it's really not quite as important. You just want to have a lot of surface area. And then what I like to do personally, there's a couple ways you can do this. My favorite is to basically place my knife right here up against my boot, and then I'll take the spine of the knife and I'll take my ferro rod and I'll strike away. There you go, first strike. Now remember, if it takes you more than 2 or 3 strikes, you need to reassess your tinder. That means you messed up somewhere and you need to start over. Alright guys, so that's the video. I just wanted to kind of go over some basics as it pertains to finding, processing, and starting a natural tender bundle, or a bundle made from natural tender. As you can see, it's easy if you prepare and collect the correct material. You shouldn't have to strike it 1, 5, 10, 15, 20 times, burning up your ferro rod using that material, that resource. You want to just have to strike it 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 tops. So that's kind of the video. Remember to like, subscribe, share these videos with your friends and family. Be safe, stay dangerous, and I'll catch you on the next one.